Hi, I'm Morgan Peeler at Peeler Co. Detailing, and today we're going to show you how to buff your vehicle and get all this scratches, make it all nice and shiny. So, first of all, what you want first is your buffer. So here, there's many kinds of buffers. This one is the one I prefer. At the bottom here, it's got the different speeds. Goes all the way up to 6, 6 being your highest, which is not what you want because you'll end up burning your paint. At the bottom here is number 1. 1, very slow, it'll make your paint shiny, but it will not take the scratches out that you want. For me, I prefer between 3 and 4. Those best speeds, you won't burn your paint, and it'll definitely take the scratches and make it shiny. Now with your pads, there's 2 different kinds of pads you can use. This one, old one, or the one that's got the honeycomb shape. For me, I prefer honeycomb. As you can see in the round, it's got in the grooves, which is better to get in the scratches. It'll get them out, and it'll definitely help be a lot better than just your plain one that you can see here. Now, for your compound, also many different kinds of compounds. This one is the one I prefer, the one I like to use. You can get it at any Canadian Tire or Walmart. For me, definitely this one. Same with microfibers. I have at least 2 of them, but make sure they're both clean. 1, wipe down your vehicle, get any dirt, dust, anything off. The second one, it'll take off your compound, and you can see all the difference between the shiny part and the dullness. So as you can see here, this is the panel we've been working on. So there's some spots here that are all dull, that have not been touched. This truck gets beat. It loves its stones, as you can tell by all your scratches. So I will show you how we can take it out, make it all shiny, and hopefully stay scratch free. Now, this is one product that we also use, which is a scratch remover. You can get it at any automotive store and that. For me, I prefer buffing, but I'll show you how we can use it. So what you want to do is take a little bit. You don't want too much, so quarter size or less. You go on the panel, you dab around a bit, and start working it in. Circular motions, back and forth. Now don't worry, you're not going to scratch the paint at all. What it's supposed to do is take your scratches out. Now it doesn't always take scratches out, but it'll minimize them. It'll make them less noticeable, but also shine up your paint. As you can see here, it is no longer dull, but you can still see some scratches. So for me, I'd much rather buff. This one, it will save you money. It is cheaper, but that's not what I like to do here at Peeler Co. Detailing. For me, I will take my honeycomb pad. Now what you want to do with the pads is put it on center. Because if not, if it's off center by just the littlest bit, as you can see here, it's way off. So if you do it that way, you can end up making more scratches and more marks on your vehicle. It's definitely not what you want. Might take a couple different tries to put it on. But as you can see, oh, see again. Doesn't seem to want to work properly for me right now. But eventually, you'll get it where you want it. Okay? And then you push it down, make sure it's flat. Because what you don't want is all of a sudden you start buffing and then your wheel goes flying. Definitely not what you want either. So you push it down, and then we're going to stir it up just a little bit. Perfect. Your wheel does not fly off. Your buffer is still perfectly where it's supposed to be. That's what you want. Now, you grab your compound. Make sure you shake it up just a little bit. What you don't want is all the stuff that's still at the bottom. You don't want clumps. You don't want any of that. Make sure you point it away from yourself so you don't get sprayed with, where you open the lid. So, you put a little bit on. You don't want too much. It'll spray everywhere. But if you put too little, you'll end up burning your paint. Definitely not what you want either. So here, I'm going to show you. Wipe your vehicle. Make sure you don't have anything on it like I said before. Then Now either you can, depending on what vehicle you're working on, you might want to stand, you might want to use a stool. But we're up on the higher end of the truck, so you want to stand. You want to try and stay eye level to the spot where you are buffing. If not, you can't see what you're doing. Again, you'll end up making more scratches or burning the paint. No, don't do it. Trust me. Done it before, not good. Now buffing takes skill. Takes lots of practice before you can finally get it to the way you want it. So doing this, you put in compound all over the place. So that way when you start it, it's not gonna, beat everywhere. So, start it. Okay, so what you don't want to do is push way too hard, because you do that, you'll end up burning your paint. Wipe away all the excess from the compound, and then what you want to do is you feel your panel from where you are buffing. If it's too hot, you stop. Don't touch it until it's cooled down. See here? It's nice. It's not hot. It's cold, but we got a bit of a breeze out here, so which is good. You don't want to do it in the heat. It won't work at all either. So as you can see here, look at that. Scratches are all gone. You look at all the shininess. That's some good buffing right there. So make sure you get all the excess off. Boom. Look what you got. Now what you also don't want to do is when you're around the plastic here. Because if you hit the plastic, you'll see here, it leaves a white residue. And look, won't come off. So I will show you that in another video on how we're supposed to get that out. But trust me, stay away from any plastic. Up at the top, around your wheel wells, don't touch any of that. So we're going to keep continuing on this panel. Hopefully we can get it looking brand new, ready again, just like it was when you first got out of the dealership. Because that's what we do here at Pelico Detailing.